Quarantine Hearts is back with you. Let's sleep with angels. Yes, even though that angels do not exist anymore, here it sleeps with angels.
Yes, 1994. Back with Crazy Horse after just a few years from Ragged Glory and Arc Weld. So he was on a hot streak with Crazy Horse.
And we're back with this newly coiffed
Yeah, check out this
member of Quarantine Hearts.
Looking pretty good.
Looking sharp.
So this is an album that until we started this project, maybe whatever it was, maybe just before we started this project, we bought the CD for like nothing. Thank you, Angry Mom. And I've never heard this album until about a month ago, and then we listened to it again.
Yeah, you could never find the record.
The record's pretty rare. It's from '94. Wasn't a lot of vinyl being pressed. You can get it though. You got to be willing to spend like $100 or $150 for it. But maybe he'll reissue it soon. And I think I'm hoping he actually does. Actually, so this album, I'll say a couple things real quick. You want to take the booklet out?
Yeah, but
I'm gonna show you.
I want camera. I wanna.
Yes.
So. Look, Cameron, I'm going to zoom this up close here. Everyone, find a funny title.
What do you mean? What's the funny title? Oh, I know what you mean.
Piece of crap.
Piece of crap. That was one of my favorites on there. So I don't know how much of this is true. We watched like a 30-minute behind the scenes Sleeps with Angels recording session that was on his archive site, which was cool. I read in the reviews that this was sort of supposed to be like 94 is like a update to Tonight's the Night. I don't know if that's true. There was some mention that because of the passing of Kurt Cobain, who was a famous musician from Nirvana, I don't know if you know him.
No.
That this was supposed to be a reflection on this. I don't know if that's accurate. That's what some writers were saying.
He also, there was a connection there in that Kurt Cobain ended his note with "Is it better to burn out than fade away," which is one of the lyrics, right?
Hey, my. So that's certainly Neil Young found out about that, but I don't know if he knew. I don't know the timeline if this was recorded before or after that. But in any case, according to what writers said, and I didn't hear Neil Young say this was supposed to be a Tonight's the Night sort of sequel, and maybe that's true because this is the only other time they used the black reprise label.
Interesting.
Although insert here, the record label is the standard reprise label from the time right there, which is like the blue and yellow label.
Where is it, Siley?
Over
there. But the mood of this album is very much Tonight's the Night, perhaps without all the drugs and stuff that they were doing because they were in a different place.
Well,
the mood is really kind of subtle and dark and moody.
Look at this back. Moody. Do we like this back?
I can't really tell what's going on in there.
So, but in any case, he made this with Crazy Horse, and Tonight's the Night was not with Crazy Horse, but
the horse.
It's a really varied album, and actually, the more I hear this, the more I'm really appreciating it.
Mm-hmm.
For '94, it sounds sort of like it could have been any time in his career.
Mm-hmm.
The two songs, "My Heart" and "A Dream That Can Last," the first and last song, are both him plucking on the some kind of piano.
That's an interesting one.
My Heart is a great opener. It sounds like a harpsichord.
It does sound a little bit.
How about "A Dream That Can Last"?
I think it might be a harpsichord on both of those. Actually, it's got a tinnier sound to it.
You like "My Heart"?
I do. I really like that as an opener. Prime of Life is really excellent. The more I heard that, I got into it. Sleeps with Angels, we were going to insert a little bit with. That's got that real, sort of like somber, sort of minor chord, sort of darkness to it.
The title track.
So does Safeway Cart. I wasn't expecting that. That's a good song.
So bad with her TV
I saw that title. I was like, that's dumb.
Yeah, Safeway Cart? What is he, a Safeway shopper?
I really liked it.
We don't have Safeways here.
Safeway is like Wegmans. It's a grocery store. So it's basically talking about like a shopping cart, but like a abandoned shopping cart.
Let's see.
Yeah, there's actually a very weird effect of harmonica. Here's where we'll put it in.
Oh yeah, this is the first good point. He uses this big time on an album later called Peace Trail, but the distorted harmonica on Safeway Cart, right?
Wait, he uses it on Peace Trail?
Yeah, all over.
That's in 2016.
Like a Safeway cart rolling down the street, like a sandal mark on the Savior's feet. Just keep rolling on, it's a ghetto's dawn.
Not the crazy horse. The chorus I like is when
in Safeway Cart?
Yeah. Baby looks so bad with her TV eyes. Going, going, gone, and the picture cries. It's a ghetto down.
That's I love the mood on that song. Billy Talbot's bass line on that's really pretty great.
The Ralph Molina drums are just...
It's very subtle. I mean, this is different than... Think about Ragged Glory to this. They're like subtle.
Different bands.
Very much subtlety on...
Piece of Crap is not subtle.
No,
yeah, Piece of Crap is the only
all.
non-subtle song. And Change Your Mind is a long one, too. But Piece of Crap reminds me of Reactor. Right?
Oh yeah,
I think it's a Reactor vibe.
That's a Reactor vibe.
I like
that fits right in with T-Bone. T-Bone and Piece of Crap are buddies.
I like it. And what about?
Do you like that one, Silas? Do you like when they all yell "Piece of Crap"?
Mom doesn't like that. Mom doesn't like that song.
It's okay. It's just so goofy.
What about, you pointed this out, I didn't even notice it. Western Hero and Train of Love, same song, just different lyrics.
Yes.
Yep, I did notice that. I thought that was interesting.
I kind of like that. I like that.
You thought Trans Am was dumb.
You know, I listened to it again. It's okay. I didn't like... Listen, he likes to sing about cars, and I am not interested in cars, but I do like the song. It seems so silly to me to be like...
I dig that. I dig something about it.
I like the song.
Band, right?
Yeah. This is the first album he's playing flute, although when we saw video, it looks more like a piccolo.
Yes.
According to Wikipedia, he's playing
He
flute,
plays
which
it
I know he played.
in Prime of Life, I think.
Love that song. That's one of my favorites on the album.
Prime of Life and Safeway Cart, I think.
Blue Eden is like the one song they all collaborated on. I forget how that went.
Blue Eden is written by all of them.
Blue Eden was cool. It was moody. It was
He does not say
broody
Blue
song.
Eden at all in that song.
No.
Here's what
Plus, it's not a lot of lyrics at all. I'm gonna read them. Embracing, distorting, supporting, comforting, convincing you, consoling you, controlling you, destroying you, all over you. I know someday we'll meet again. We come and go that way, my friend. It's part of me. It's part of you. You feel invincible. It's just a part of life. 2 times.
Well, here's one thing I was going to say. Yeah, I like lyrically he's really good because I was a little bit concerned with his lyrics like previous to this.
He does not say the words Blue Eden.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say, my criticism, and as I said, the more I've heard this, the more I like it. My one criticism, this is where he's starting to creep into the Neil Young not being able to edit himself too well.
Yeah, I did feel like, oh, there's another one? Oh, there's still another one.
Like, Change Your Mind didn't need to be 15 minutes, but I like it. And there's a little bit of, I don't want to say filler, but some parts where there's some dead zones on this album. And we're going to start to see later he becomes a little bit...
He's kind of a more is more guy.
Yeah, next to... Oh, maybe I shouldn't say what's next.
We'll say at the end. But ultimately, I really like this album quite a bit.
Change Your Mind is a 14-minute and 40-second song.
That could have been less, in my opinion.
But I like the song for what it is.
Good song.
Yeah,
and the title track is good, too.
Yep.
Well, I wanted to point out about Change Your Mind. Dad's been singing this all...
Change your mind.
Distracting you. Change your mind. Supporting you. Change your mind.
Yes, and it says in parentheses, change your mind, change your mind, change your mind.
Yeah, it's Crazy Horse.
Change your mind.
We like it. This has been a good album for us, so... I don't know. You want to talk about how many shakies you want to give this?
That song is all but the magic touch. Let me see it. Let me read this.
Your signature is when I ask you how many shakies is to then
go
say
right
something
back in.
So here's the things about magic touch in this. Must be
the magic touch.
Distracting you from this. Must be the one you love. Must be the one whose magic touch can change your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let another day go by
That's nice.
Nice. How many shakies?
without the magic touch. Don't like how they did the same song 2 different times.
Gotcha.
Okay, I tend to like that. It feels like a song cycle. It sort of makes the album feel like a whole to me, but that's okay if you didn't like it.
He could have not put Train of Love lyrics or Western Hero lyrics. Actually, they're separate lyrics, so yes.
I'm gonna give this album an 8. I think it's strong. I was in the 7 range before this, maybe even like under 7, but I really enjoyed it.
I'm giving it a 7 then.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 8. I feel strong about this. It's if you like Tonight's Tonight, I really feel like you should be all over this album.
Yeah, I'd actually like to listen to them back to back, because when you brought this home and we listened to it in the car, and we were not doing this project yet,
Right.
I was kind of like, meh. 90s Neil Young, and I didn't really give it a fair
Yeah.
shake, and I was kind of dumping on Piece of Crap and all those and Trans
I
Am.
thought piece of crap.
I know you did, but then I feel like now that I'm seeing it in context or hearing it in context of everything like going straight
Yeah.
through the arc of the catalog, I feel the same way. I think it was the arc. Yes, I thought you'd like that. I'm also gonna give it an 8. I thought it was a strong record. I was surprised that I liked it as much as I
Yeah.
did. But I like Moody Broody Neil, and this is Moody Broody Neil, and
It's
also I
not
like.
just like it's not just like him doing acoustic guitar.
No,
It's-
no, it was good. I liked what they did,
Weird
and
stuff going on.
yeah, there's definitely I liked that he was doing all kinds of interesting things acoustically, and I thought the production on it I liked. Like they,
David Briggs, once again, we saw that in the video. David Briggs producing.
but in the song where he's plunking on the harpsichord there, I love what they did with the drums in it, with just that big. Thump.
That's
I know, I
in
saw-
a dream that can
In a
last.
dream, yep, that was a cool song. I thought it was good.
Yeah,
That was
he
a good
brings
record.
back some of that
That's
gnarly
what-
fuzz too.
Yep.
That's in Freedom.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
very
that-
very much more interesting
I
than I thought it
remember
would be.
that for the Ralph Molina thing and the dream that can last, I was like,
Yeah, you're hitting that kick drum.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all right, This is great. It makes me feel like good about what's coming the rest of the '90s. We have a couple of ones coming up that I have very very little experience with.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's like a decade on, decade off kind of dude. 70s, great. 80s, oh boy. 90s, pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we have some albums coming up, but like the one with Pearl Jam is coming up next.
yes,
Mirrorball.
Mirrorball.
What's with Pearl Jam?
Okay. All right,
That'd
we'll
be
see
good.
you. We'll see you next
I've never
time.
heard Pearl Jam.
See ya.
No, bye.
Do 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 do.